Introduction. Background case. In this study's report is focusing on the machining in shipyard company. There are issues happened to employee was being warded for injury during work. An employee suffered of iron piece entered the eye. The task force is required to produce hazard audit plan and finding proposal to overcome problems to table for next safety commitment. Scope of audit. The audit will be done on workshop machining. We will ensure all machines are in good condition of monitor employee doing works without mistake, so that can avoid an accident to workers during work hours. Purpose: to identify hazards related to machining can cause any injuries, to ensure that all hazards are eliminated at once so that the incidents can be reduced before it occurs again. Give notice to workers who do not obey the rule of employment. Check the work area whether the job site is safe for workers to do work.
2.1 Audit Strategy and Schedule. We intend to go to the workshop to check out the employee. We will conduct an inspection of the site for 5 days. Also, we will conduct the behavior of workers using machine during their time of work in order that all work can process run smoothly. Task number 1, planning. 2, hazard identification. 3, risk assessment. 4, risk control. 5, post-audit monitoring. 2.2 Audit team. Machining. Monitor employee. Walk around workshop. Check the condition of the machine. Monitor the employee whether he is doing work adequately. Monitor the job site in the workshop. Examine the machine in whether the machine are in good condition. 2.3 Audit checklist. Details: number 1, planning. Number 2, hazard identification. Number 3, risk assessment. Number 4, risk control. Number 5, post-audit monitoring. 2.4 Audit form. Hazard inspection form. Company name. Yamatame Machine Mimet. Location, machining workshop. Date 12 September 2022. Approved by Hakimi Captain. Conducted by Daniel. Works or activity: cutting of materials, annealing, gas cutting, types of hazard: cutting blades, contact with the hot surface, cut iron, possible injuries or damage, serve finger burns, eye injury.
Audit finding: 3 types of hazard and possible injury. Number 1 possible injury is burns. The hazard is contact with the hot surface and medium. Number 2 possible injury is eyes injury. The hazard is the fine fragment of the cut iron spread and injure the eyes, causing injury in the eyes. Number 2 possible injuries is severed finger. The hazard is not obeying the rules and not wearing gloves while working. Determine related legislation regarding hazards. Law, regulation and penalty. Acta 514, Occupational Safety and Health. Acta 1994, Section 24C. It shall be duty of every employee while at work to wear or use at all times any protective equipment or clothing provided by the employer for the purpose of preventing risk to his safety and health. Number 2, Occupational Safety and Health Officer Regulation 1997. An employer of all places of work shall provide the safety and health officer employed by him adequate facilities, including training equipment and appropriate information to enable the safety and health officer to conduct his duties as required under the Act. Number 3, penalty. Employees who do not follow the prescribed safety and health standard will be suspended or to fire or both. All non-willful OSHA violation including violation which would likely lead to death of an employee, have maximum fine of just 50,000 ringgit Malaysia or to imprisonment not exceeding 2 years or to both.
Proposal for hazard control. Types of hazard control: elimination, substitution, engineering control, administrative control, and PPE.
Hazard control proposal. Hazard burn. Elimination. Avoid holding the machine when the machine is hot and stop a while. Substitution. Switching a machinery operation to non-conductive material to prevent the burn. Engineering control. With the use of automation, dangerous process can be automated for mechanisms. For example, computer control robot can handle sport machinery and it can reduce the risk of the burn of human. Administrative control. With the safe work procedure, workers can be required to use standardized safety practice. The employer must take care about this to workers. Personal protective equipment. Workers must use the PPE such as wearing a glove to protect themselves for burns. Hazard, eye injury, elimination. Inspect and eliminate inefficient ice gear. All ice safety supply but be inspected on a risk sites of wear and tear because loose. Tweeters and sweat sock headband are unable to hold ice gear in its proper position. Scratches, eyewear with loose frame or eyewear that fits poorly also need to be replaced immediately because it reduces the worker's ability to perform the job and also increases the risk of eye injury. Substitution. Place eye safety signage for preventing eye injury. Safety signage not only help ensure PPE compliance but also work as a reminder for employees working in specific hazard. Placing visual reminder in the form of poster, text and sign in common area and near machinery and chemical consistently warn workers and help in preventing eye injury. Engineering control. Install emergency ice wash station. Placing easily accessible ice wash station in area where chemicals are used will help workers flush their eyes and relieve irritation immediately. Administrative control. Implement smart eye safety practice. Workers must put your eye safety program in writing and display copy of the policy in the gathering areas. This program should include the following points like always brush off the dust and debris after removing eye safety gear. Avoid rubbing eyes with dirty hand or clothes and clean eyewear before and after use. Personal protective equipment. To maximize the benefit of PPE, users must be trained on use, limitation and care of the PPE such as wearing Google Eyes to protect.
3. Hazard, served finger. Elimination to all workers must according to procedure when do the work by employee. Substitution, switching the machine and modify the machine to be more safety. Engineering control with the use of automation. The dangerous process can be automated or machinized. For example, computer control. Robots can handle sport machinery and it can reduce the risk of served finger. Administrative control with the safe work procedure, workers can be required to standardize safety practice. The employer must take care of this to work. Personal protective equipment, workers must use the PPE such as wearing the full set of gloves, Google, suit PPE, helmet and safety shoes. 4.3 Hazard Control Action Plan, Risk Control. 4.3.1 Risk Control Proposal. 4.3.2 Risk Control Implementation. 4.4 Costs relate to hazard control implementation. Number 1, quantity, rubber glove, fire resistant clothing, eye protection, or goggles.
5.0 Closing Plan. 5.1 HIREC Monitoring Schedule. Number 1 Hazard Control Elimination. Date 15 October 2022. Fixed by all. Number 2 Hazard Control Substitution. Date 15 October 2022. Fixed by all. Number 3 Hazard Control Engineering Control. Date 15 October 2022. Fixed by all. Number 4 Hazard Control Administrative Control. Date 15 October 2022. Fixed by all. Number 5 Hazard Control Personal Protective. Date 15 October 2022. Fixed by all. 5.2 HIREC Post Audit Checklist. Number 1 Details. Checks wire condition. Status done. Fixed by Hakimi. Number 2 Details. Check for any leakage. Status done. Fixed by Najmi and Daniel. Number 3 Details. Wear hand glove. Status done. Fixed by Hakimah. Number 4 Wear face shields. Safety glass. Status done. Fixed by Alia. And number 5 Wear PPE. Status done. Fixed by Anis.